And I have a lot of very, very important information that I need to tell you. So I'm going to need you to really try to focus. I need you to focus. And I need you to concentrate. Can you do that? Can you give me all of your focus and all of your concentration? Because it's really essential that you remember every single word that I tell you, every thought out. I want you to take a couple nice, slow, deep breaths and just try to center and focus your energy. Can you do that? Take one more breath. Nice and slow. All right. What I've come to tell you is very crucial. The world that you think is real, I'm afraid to tell you, is nothing more than a lie and an illusion. And I know you've sensed this at times. I know you've wondered. And I'm here to tell you that all your suspicions are true. The world that you see, the world that you perceive with your senses, is nothing but a carefully crafted lie. Not that long ago, people were starting to wake up to this fact. They were starting to realize this world wasn't exactly as it seemed. And so the system realized that they were getting too close to unlocking certain clues. And so they realized they needed to create something that would divert all of your attention, something that would steal all of your focus, something that would numb your mind, put you back to sleep, have you endlessly scrolling, endlessly distracted, endlessly tethered to this leash. And so they realized, we don't have to actually do anything actively to put them in a cage. We'll just give them this little device, and they'll step into the cage willingly every single day. And that's what this is. It's not evil in and of itself. It's just the people that have programmed it. But you're starting to wake up to that, aren't you? You're starting to realize that this is all just one big master plan. No. You don't want to be the pawn on the board while the people that are actually playing chess are friends. And they're moving all the pieces, having all of the pieces fight with each other while they laugh and enjoy the game. You've kind of had enough of that, haven't you? You're starting to see that the veil is getting a little thin in certain spots. And the pull of this is lessening. So what I want to tell you is I want you to do a little experiment for me, all right? I'm going to give you 3 tips. I'm going to give you 3 tips that are going to help you to wake up from this lie that they've been feeding you. But I need you to cooperate. It's not going to work unless you cooperate with me. Give you involves that. So the first test, the first little tip that I'm going to give you is called the micro disconnect. And that involves separating yourself for 1 hour each day from that little leash that you call a phone. All right? 1 hour. Every single day. You're not just going to put it on silent. You're not just going to leave it on your nightstand. You're not going to turn it upside down. You're going to put it in a separate room. You're going to distance yourself from it. I know, it sounds very, very hard. It's like a girlfriend. It's become your lover. You can't be apart from it. That, in and of itself, should tell you something. You're going to put it in another room. Thousands of years, people didn't have these. Thousands of years, people were able to exist. Without one, you'll survive. So you're going to put it in a separate room. You're not going to look at it. If it comes into your mind, if it calls for your attention, gently bring your focus back to what you're doing in the moment. And what I want you to do in that hour is I want you to do something that brings you joy. It could just be sitting and enjoying your tea, allowing your mind to wander, allowing yourself to think for yourself, not what they're telling you to think, but think for yourself. And you're going to do this every single day. 1 hour away. 1 hour where you take off the leash. You know, there's been studies done, very interesting studies involving consciousness and how consciousness actually creates our reality. Are you aware of these studies? Quantum physics has been able to show that you are not just observing your world, you are actually co-authoring the book. And the thing is, as long as this thing stays in your hand, this is a thief of your peace. This is a thief of your calm. This is a thief of your own thoughts. It's slowly stealing pieces of you, day by day, so slowly that you don't even notice it. But you know the good news? Your future is still completely in your hands because you can separate yourself from it at any moment. I'm not saying you never have to look at it again. I'm just saying you can't give it more attention and more importance than it deserves. Your brain was not designed to just constantly be scrolling through hideous, depressing information. Your brain was not designed to be fighting with people from all corners of the world on a daily basis. Do you realize how this little device right here, it makes you stop seeing people as individuals? I'm sure you realize in your day-to-day life that you may meet an individual that you dislike, but that individual does not represent an entire group or entire population. That individual only represents and only speaks for themselves. But it's very, very easy for this little toy to make you think that that one person represents many. And that's where the problem starts. Because you stop seeing people as people. And you just see them as this collective enemy that you're fighting against. And when you don't see them as people, it's easy to dehumanize. And once you've dehumanized, it's a very slippery slope. And this all makes them very, very, very happy. Me. They make you think that the government is of the people, for the people. That's a lie. It's made up of the wealthy, for the wealthy. These corporations are controlling everything, and they're pitting you against people and making you think that those people are the cause of all your troubles. No. It's not your neighbors. It's not the people you see on the streets. It's not the people that you work with. Not saying that they can't be annoying. They're not your true enemy. True enemy is the one that's doing the programming. And they're stealing all of your energy. They're stealing all of your attention. They're draining and siphoning all of it into this. So that's why it's essential. It's completely essential that for 1 hour every day, you're going to start taking a break from it. Inherent and none of our actions are going to be aligned. Remember the phrase, be still, and you will find me. There's much truth in that. You can't be still when this is filling your head and your heart with constant chaos. Be still, and you will find me. I'm going to play a little game called the Observer Trick, where you are going to be the observer. So close your eyes. Close them. No peeking. So what I want you to do is I want you to visualize the town that you live in. I want you to picture in your mind everything you dislike about that town. All the things that you see on your commute that rub you the wrong. Everything negative about it. Picture it as clearly as you can. I want you to notice the feeling in you while you're picturing this town just full of everything that you despise. Notice the feeling that's inside of you. All that negative energy. It's starting to fill up inside you. I want you to see it forming into just a black piece of coal in the center of your chest. And now you're going to shoot that coal up all the way out outside of your head and it leaves you. It's gone now. You've released it. Now I want you to visualize something completely different. Now I want you to start picturing everything about the place you live that you love. A restaurant that you love. People that live in that town that you love. A place that holds special significance just for you. A moment that you had there that was special. Whether it was a first date, or just out with friends, laughing. A place that you love to go. A place that you think is beautiful. You love that live there. How that feeling exists inside your body. And how it feels when you're filled with joy and peace and acceptance. The lens through which we view the world will determine the reality that we live in. You are creating the world that you live in. You can either choose to focus on the bad, and then you can feel the feelings that are associated with that, or you can choose to focus on the good and feel the feelings that are associated with that. So I'm going to give you this little pebble. I'm going to take this pebble right here. I'm going to put it on your chest, right above your heart, okay? So I want you to close your eyes. I want you to focus all of your attention on that pebble that's rested on your chest right now. It's just a cold pebble. It's just sitting there. I want you to feel the blankets around you. Feel the stillness of the room. And feel the weight of it on your chest. I want you to focus all of your attention on that pebble. And now while your attention's on that pebble, you're going to notice that it's starting to warm up, just slightly. And I want you to visualize it very subtly, starting to glow. Can you picture that? It's just a little flicker. And then I want you to picture that glow starting to get brighter, and now it's starting to get warmer. It's resting right above your heart. And now you can actually feel the warmth of it coming through the blanket. And now the glow has gotten bigger. And it's gotten brighter. And now it's starting